Joshua 11. Northern kings defeated. When Jabin king of Hazor heard of this, he sent word of Joab king of Madon to the kings of Shimron and Akishpha, and to the northern kings who were in the mountains, in the Arabah south of Kenrith, in the western foothills, and in Naphoth Dor in the west, to the Kenites in the east and the west, the Amorites, Hittites, Perizzites, and Jebusites, in the hill country, and to the Hivites below Hermon in the region of Mizpah. They came out with all their troops and a large number of horses and chariots, a huge army as numerous as the sand on the seashore. All these kings joined forces and made camp together at the waters of Merom to fight against Israel. The Lord said to Joshua, "Do not be afraid of them, because by this time tomorrow I will hand all of them slain over to Israel. You are to hamstring their horses and burn their chariots." So Joshua and his whole army came against them suddenly at the waters of the Merom and attacked them, and the Lord gave into the hand of Israel. They defeated them and pursued them all the way to Greater Sidon, to Misephoth Maim, and to the valley of Mizpah, on the east, until no survivors were left. Joshua did to them as the Lord had directed. He hamstringed their horses and burned their chariots. At the time Joshua turned back and captured Hazor and put its king to the sword. Hazor had been in the head of the kingdoms. Everyone in it they put to the sword. They totally destroyed them, and not sparing anyone that breathed, and he burned Hazor itself. Joshua took all of their royal cities and their kings and put them all to the sword. He totally destroyed them, as Moses the servant of the Lord had commanded, yet Israel did not burn any of these cities built on their mounds, except Hazor, which Joshua burned. The Israelites carried off for themselves all the plunder and livestock of the cities, but all the people they put to the sword until they completely destroyed them, not sparing anyone the breath, as long as the Lord commanded his servant Moses. So Moses commanded Joshua, and Joshua did it. He left nothing undone of all that the Lord commanded Moses. So Joshua took the entire land, the hill country, and the Negev, the whole region of Goshen, the western foothills, and the Arabah, and the mountains of Israel, with their foothills, from Mount Halak, which rises towards Seir, to Balad Gad in the valley of Lebanon, below Mount Haran. He captured all their kings and put them to death. Joshua waged war against all these kings for a long time. Except for the Hivites living in Gibeon, not one city made a treaty of peace with the Israelites, who took them all in battle. For it was the Lord himself who hardened their hearts to wage against Israel, so that he might destroy totally, exterminating them without mercy. As the Lord had commanded Moses at the time, Joshua went and destroyed the Anakites from the hill country, from Hebron, Debir, and Anab, from all the hill country of Judah, and from the hill country of Israel. Joshua totally destroyed them, and the Anakites were left in the Israelite territory only in Gaza, Gath, and Ashdod did they survive. So Joshua took the entire land just as the Lord directed Moses, and he gave it as an inheritance to Israel according to their tribal divisions. And the land had rest for more. Joshua 12. List of defeated kings. These are the kings of the land whom the Israelites had defeated and whose territory they took over to the east of Jordan, from the Arnon George to Mount Hermon, including all the eastern side of the Arabah. Sihon, king of Amorites, who reigned in Heshbon. He rode from Aroer on the rim of the Arnon Gorge, from the middle of the gorge to the Jabbok River, which is the border of the Ammonites. This included half of the Gilad. He also ruled over the eastern Arabah, from the Sea of Galil to the Sea of Arabah, that is the Dead Sea, to Beth Jeshemoth, and the southward below the slopes of Pisgah, and the territory of Og, king of Bashan, one of the last of the Rephites who reigned in Ashroth and Edrei. He ruled over Mount Hermon, Salcah, and all of Bashan, to the border of the people who Geshur and Makkah, and that half of Gilead to the border of Sihon, king of Heshbon. Moses, the servant of the Lord, and the Israelites conquered them, and Moses, the servant of the Lord, gave their land to the Reubenites, the Gadites, and the half-tribe of Manasseh. To the possession here is a list of the kings of the Lord of the land that Joshua and the Israelites conquered on the west side of the Jordan, from Balat, the Gad, in the valley of Laban, to Mount Halak, which rises towards Seir. Joshua gave their lands as an inheritance to the tribes of Israel according to the tribal divisions. The land included the hill country, the western foothills, and the Arabah, the mountain slopes, the wilderness, and the Negev. These were the lands of the Hittites, Amorites, Kenites, Perizzites, Hivites, and the Jebusites. These were the kings. And then there's the rest. I'll catch you guys tomorrow.